Hey guys, how's it going? Anthony with you guys today, and what we're going to be solving is a little clunking or thumping noise when you're driving. This is usually happens at low speeds, and what happens is you just turn your steering wheel and you'll hear like a clunk clunk or a thump. That has nothing to do with power steering or the power steering pump or whatnot. It's actually your steering assembly inside the car. So today we're going to be looking at that. Usually this happens at low speeds, maybe when you're parking a car, or just reversing to go inside your driveway, it really comes apparent. When you're highway speeds, it really just tends to disappear. Maybe over bumps, sometimes that stuff could happen. But what I'm going to give you guys what happens in a nutshell. What happens is there's telescopic steering. Now, if you don't have telescopic steering in your car, then it's probably a bigger problem. You probably have something in your intermediate shaft, or there's some sort of shaft out there that needs to be greased. Could be a power steering problem. But this is something that really happens on a lot of these Mazdas. What happens is the telescopic steering, which by the way is that lever you can pull down, and then you can pull your steering wheel up and down to adjust for different height preferences. What happens there is that grease inside of there just breaks down over time and just becomes useless. And that's what we're going to be taking out today. We're going to be taking out our steering shaft from our telescopic steering on the bottom. And then what we're going to be doing is we're going to be greasing that part up. And as you'll see throughout the video, that clunk will disappear. So if you're interested, please stay tuned. So what we're going to be doing, guys, and sorry if it gets dark, but what we're going to be doing is we're going to, first of all, take the mat out. Tools we're going to be using a socket, because what we're going to be taking out is something called a pinch bowl. We're going to need some grease. Now, I got this stuff from Advanced Auto Parts. It's full synthetic grease. Never tried it before, so we're going to try it. There's a lot of debates on what grease to use, and I just like the stuff because you use it for wheel bearings and everything, so it's some good grease. So take out the carpet first. That's what we're going to take out first. And as you can see, this is an automatic. It's my daily driver. So you've got your pedal assembly, and then you've got this thing over here. Now this is your telescopic steering shaft. What this thing does is when you pull this lever out, and you either push it in or out, this thing moves in and out. And that's what we're going to re-grease. The stuff that's inside of here is what we're going to re-grease. And as you can see, I'm putting my finger right there. Watch that. That's just my finger right there. My finger was clean. Look at that. You see, you've got some grease dripping out of there. So what you're going to be doing first, you're going to take these two screws, tabs, I don't know what to call them. And really, they're just by hand. You don't need anything. You just turn them and pull on them at the same time. You see, they just pop out at a position. So we're going to do that for both of them. And then we're going to pry this thing out, and I'll show you how to do that soon. So let me take off those tabs off first. Alright guys, so I got those two tabs off. As you can see, here's both of them. Now what you're going to do is you're just going to pull on this thing. And as you can see, there's like a little split on the back. Let me see if I can get in a little closer. See how there's that little split? That's what you're gonna just move these two. Really, all you gotta do is just really push. You don't wanna break this thing. You do have to give it some force and push up. And then, you can see I've got that out. And then, I'm just gonna do this and that. And the whole thing just pops out. And that exposes all the good stuff in there. That's the stuff we're going to be working on. And as you can see, that exposes that pinch bolt I was talking to you about. Now, you might ask me, well, where's the pinch bolt, man? It's actually right there. That is called the pinch bolt. And that's the thing we're going to be taking out. Because when we take that out, this whole thing moves. When we take that out, this whole thing moves. And then we can just move it out. And just take out this whole thing and grease it up. Alright guys, so here we are. What you want to do is you want to make sure your steering wheel's straight. Now mine's not going to be straight because I've got an alignment issue. And your wheels are straight. Make sure that's all good. We're going to go back down here, and as you can see, there's our pinch bolt. That's that thing we're going to be taking out. It's right there. It is a 12 millimeter, and you just unscrew that thing out. So I'm going to take that out, and then we'll continue from there. So as you can see here, I've got my ratchet, and what I'm going to be doing is I've got a little extension on it. This is a 12 millimeter. See, there you go. It just fits in just like that. Alright guys, so I got this pinch bolt out. Here it is right there. It comes with a little washer on it. The next thing in here, let me show you guys. That's where it was. It went in that hole right there. The next thing what we're going to do is we're going to go up here and we're going to release this tab. And what that lets us do is access this thing. And lets that become free. So I'm just going to pick it up. So technically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be removing that, which we just took out the pinch bolt. Push it up, and it just slides out. As you can see, there it is. That's where it went inside. So now we just drop it and drop it all the way down and remove it. As you can see, I've got this thing out, and that's the thing we're going to be greasing. This white part that just came out. This is your telescopic steering. When you push it in and out, this is what's really happening. So you just want to take this thing out. I don't think it's going to let me take the full thing out, but that's okay, because what we're going to do now is we're just going to get grease, and we're going to grease the whole side of it. As you can see here, it's not bone dry. There we go. See if you can, it's not bone dry, but it barely has anything on it. Which I'm going to just get my grease. Here's my grease. Guys, so what we've got going on here is, as you can see, I've got that thing pulled down as much as I can, and that's the part we're going to be greasing. I know I made a big mess. I should not have done that. But what I do is I take some grease, and then I just apply it onto that white part. Just smother it all around there. Get it in between those grooves in there. And then simply what I do, since I can't take the whole thing out, is I just push this thing back in there. And, you know, keep repeating the process and making sure that stuff gets in there. I'm going to have to do it this way. If it does come off with you guys, please leave it in the comment section below. Don't break it, don't force it out. That's why I tried not to. You know, it's fine. I can just do it this way. I've got nothing better to do. As you can see, it goes in and out a lot better than it did before. I can tell you that, just based on my experience. But then again, you know, I think what happens over time is just grease leaks out of this thing. Lasts, you know, forever. This car has 135,000 miles on it. This is the first time this has ever been done to it, so I don't think this is one of the jobs that, you know, you have to, every oil change do something like this. But it's definitely something to look into. You know, if you have, this thing does obviously have power steering, but it's not the power steering that's making these noises. It's from your steering rack. And you know, if you do have any questions, please comment them below and I will try to help you. It's not a difficult process. You know, if you have a 12 millimeter socket, then I think that's all you need, really, other than grease and that stuff. But just making sure I get grease everywhere, and before I keep sliding this up and down, of course I'm going to clean this thing up before I put it back in there. Alright guys, so I got this thing cleaned up pretty well. And if you slide this thing down, start to see the grease there. So I'm just going to take this back, and we are going to lift it up and put it around this thing again where it was. So lift it up so that it has enough clearance, and then slide it back in. Alright guys, so that ends this video. In the end I did check, and I took it out for a little test drive, and everything was perfect. It didn't do anything. No clunking noises, no nothing, even at the low speeds. One thing to always remember, make sure you get that thing aligned right. You'll notice anyway, take it for a little test drive after you put the pinch bolt in. Take it for a little test drive. If it doesn't, take that bolt out and make sure you align it right. Keep aligning it until it works out. If this video was helpful, please like it. If it was not, please comment and I will make sure I answer your question to make sure that you can do this project successfully. Also, if you have some noise coming and you don't know whether it's from your power steering or from the steering mechanism, then please comment below and I will try my best to help you. Thank you.